Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Yasir Hussain from Pakistan Studies Department, Army Public School College, Ordnance Road, with lecture number 3. Students, in the second lecture, we have studied about meaning and definition of Pakistan ideology, basis of Pakistan ideology, and economic deprivation of the Muslims. Now in the third lecture, we are going to discuss about the two-nation theory and the role of some great leaders in this regard. So first of all, before starting the topic, let's have a look on the objectives. These are: trace the origin and evolution of two-nation theory, define two-nation theory, explain the role of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan regarding two-nation theory and contributions of the Aligarh movement. Likewise, identify the contribution of Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, then the role of Allama Iqbal and role of Qaid-e-Azam regarding two-nation theory. Dear students, the emergence of two-nation theory is related to the advent of Islam in the subcontinent. The people who embraced Islam associated themselves to the Muslim society and break all previous relationships. The Muslims formed their own identity, which was the basis of two-nation theory. Then in 1857, the Muslims fought the War of Freedom on the basis of two-nation theory. As far as its definition is concerned, in the perspective of the subcontinent, two-nation theory means that two major nations, the Muslims and Hindus, were settled there. The two nations were entirely different from each other in the religious ideas, the way of living, and collective thinking. Therefore, despite living together for centuries, they could not intermingle with each other. After accepting this theory as a historical fact, two separate states, Pakistan and India, came into existence. This theory is the basis of the ideology of Pakistan. So far as the evolution is concerned, we will evaluate some personalities here, such as Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, who founded the Aligarh movement, Allama Iqbal, Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, and Qaid-e-Azam. Now we will discuss their roles one by one. Now firstly, two-nation theory and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was the first person who used the term two-nation theory due to Hindi-Urdu controversy in Banaras in 1867. He declared the Muslims a separate nation. This theory infused the political spirit among the Muslims, which later became Aligarh movement and resulted in intensifying the freedom movement. Regarding Allama Iqbal and two-nation theory, he was the first person to present the idea of a separate state for the Muslims. That's why he is also known as the thinker of Pakistan. The third important personality is Chaudhry Rahmat Ali, who proposed the name of Pakistan in 1933 in a pamphlet named as Now or Never. अगर हम इसके नाम के अल्फाज को उर्दू में अगर देखें तो कुछ इस तरह से था: पे से पंजाब, अलिफ से अफ़गानिया, जो कि NWFP कहलाता था और अब खैबर पख्तूनख्वा या KPK कहलाता है, काब से कश्मीर, सीन से सिंध और बलूचिस्तान का आखिरी ते अलिफ्ता और नून. Chaudhry Rahmat Ali believed that Muslims are a different nation from other nations living in India. Now coming to the great leader, Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He strongly advocated the two-nation theory. He gave the Muslims the status of a separate nation in every respect. Qaid-e-Azam said, Muslims are a nation according to any definition of a nation, and they must have their own homeland, their territory, and their state. In 1940, during the passage of Pakistan Resolution, he demanded partition of the subcontinent on the basis of two-nation theory. Now we will discuss about the ideology of Pakistan and role of Allama Iqbal. Dear students, as you know, Allama Iqbal is our national poet, and he gave the idea of a separate state for the Muslims of India. He awakened the Muslims through his poetry. In his famous presidential address at Allahabad in 1930, he demanded a separate state for the Muslims. Allama Iqbal in his poetry presented the key concept of the basis of Muslim millat. He advised the Muslims to adopt every aspect of religion and break the idols of color and creed. He considered that all the Muslims living in any part of the world form one millat. Dear students, the last topic of this chapter is the ideology of Pakistan and the role of Qaid-e-Azam. According to Qaid-e-Azam, the Muslim majority areas such as Punjab, Bengal, Assam, Sindh, NWFP, which is now known as KPK or Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and Balochistan should be put together to form Pakistan, where people may lead their lives in accordance with the principles of their religion, civilization, traditions, and ethics. Qaid-e-Azam wanted to establish the system of the country on the basis of Quran. He considered ideology of Pakistan as the fundamental demand of Islam. On one occasion, while explaining the ideology of Pakistan, Qaid-e-Azam said, "We do not demand Pakistan simply to have a piece of land, but we want a laboratory where we could experiment on Islamic principles." Likewise, regarding nationality, Qaid-e-Azam said, "What we want is not to talk about Bengali, Punjabi, Sindhi, Balochi, Pathan, and so on. We are nothing but Pakistani. Now it is our duty to act like Pakistani." Besides this, Qaid-e-Azam also announced that minorities would be given a complete sense of security. On 1st July 1948, while inaugurating the State Bank of Pakistan, Qaid-e-Azam rejected the economic system of the West and announced to present an economic system based on the Islamic principles. Dear students, that's it for today's lecture. Now just have a quick recap along with the relevant pages of the book so that you will understand properly. This is page number 9, and here we have covered two-nation theory, origin, evolution, and explication, definition as well. Likewise, on page number 10, we have discussed about the evolution of two-nation theory and the role of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, his Aligarh movement. Then another one important leader, Allama Iqbal, who presented the idea of a separate state for the Muslims. And then Chaudhry Rahmat Ali. On page number 11 it continues. He proposed the name of Pakistan. Then Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Here you can see in red color the sayings of Qaid-e-Azam at different occasions. Likewise, then the ideology of Pakistan and Allama Iqbal we have discussed. On page number 12, you can see here the sayings and quotations of Allama Iqbal regarding the ideology of Pakistan. Here, one important thing here, as you know, he's our national poet, so here are certain Urdu verses given over here regarding Muslim millat. I want to just tell you these as well. On page number 12, here you can see regarding Muslim millat, he is saying that अपनी मिल्लत पर क़यास अक़वाम मग़रिब से न कर, ख़ास है तरकीब में कौम रसूल हाशिमी, उनकी जमीयत का है मुल्क व नसब पर इन्हिसार, क़ुव्वत मज़हब से मुस्तहकम है जमीयत तेरी. Here certain other verses as well, such as बुताने रंग बू को तोड़कर मिल्लत में गुम हो जा, न तूरानी रहे बाकी, न ईरानी न अफ़गानी. And one important thing regarding the unity of the Muslims, एक हूँ मुस्लिम हरम की पासबानी के लिए, नील के साहिल से लेकर ताबखा के काशगर. That was regarding Allama Iqbal. And then the last topic here started from page number 13, the ideology of Pakistan and Qaid Azam, the great leader, the founder of the Pakistan. Here there are a number of sayings of Qaid Azam you can find. On page number 14, you can see a red quotations of Qaid Azam, red color mein. Then there are on different occasions the sayings regarding the ideology of Pakistan, which I have mentioned earlier as well. Then on page number 15, again there are certain quotations on different occasions of Qaid Azam. These pages will be much more helpful when you are going to complete the tasks. Here is now the time of the task coming over here. You will have to do likewise reading and highlighting page 9 to 15, learn by heart the definitions and concepts, and then you will have to answer the following 7 short questions and write in your notebooks. Question number 10 is, while inaugurating the State Bank, what did Qaid Azam say? Question 11, what did Allama Iqbal say about the foundation of Muslim millat? Question 12, what did Qaid Azam say about nationalism? 13, what is meant by two-nation theory in the historical perspective of the subcontinent? 14, what did Qaid Azam say about the security of minorities? 15, what did Allama Iqbal mention in his famous Allahabad address? And 16, when did Chaudhry Rahmat Ali propose the word Pakistan? So in total, in the previous lectures and this third one, you can see that in this chapter you have to complete 16 short questions. That's all for lecture number 3. I will be looking forward for your feedback, especially completion of the tasks. Best wishes, thank you, and Allah Hafiz.